Day 4 of making an Android DS game. For this day, I wanted to make the walls of the track because right now we just have a flat road and I wanted to make it so that way you don't fly off of it by going on the sides. So the first thing I tried was duplicating a cube to make a bunch of walls, and this ended up with over 15,000 of them.
Oh my goodness!
Which is highly unoptimized. So I went back to the actual splines themselves and I found that there was a script called Spline Extrude. So for that, it seemed like I needed to have a spline profile, so I went to Blender and I quickly made a profile of what the road could potentially look like, just to make sure it would work first. It in fact did not work, and it only did things that I did not expect. You can change the axis that it's trying to use, and that kind of seemed to fix it for being flat again, but it wouldn't make it so that way it was able to go up and down like I wanted. So I still had a flat track that I could only make more cursed by changing some of the settings. So that's not what I was going for. So this actually stumped me for a while, and then I actually had to wait a couple days because I got sick, but coming back to it, it turns out that it's looking for an actual spline and not something external like an FBX or Blender file. With this knowledge, I created a quick spline for the road. So this is the profile of the road. I know it's not smooth, but it's just something to make sure it works. And then I changed it so that way the road is using that. Note that there is no longer a Loft Road, and it is just a Spline Extrude.
Success!
So now we're able to use that, and we're able to change the road to have the walls that we're looking for. So now let's test it with these walls, and I know that they're not perfectly smooth, but that'll come later. As we're coming up around the first area where we have to turn slightly, the geometry is a little messed up, probably because of how I made the spline quickly, but we get stuck in the wall. So we want to make sure that we refine the physics movement later, and definitely stop the player from doing whatever that is.
Oh no!
So that'll do it for our basic walls for the track. Follow for day 5.